Okay. Hi, my name's Francesca. I'm from Leeds. I run my dance and fitness studios and my lookalikes and dance agency.
So do you want to tell us a bit more about how you started off your businesses?
I started my first business when I was 23, borrowed £5,000 off a credit card and set my first business up, and then paid it back within the first year and bought my business out and made profit. So.
How many businesses that you have at the moment?
I've got 5 businesses at the moment. One of them is a lookalikes agency, which is my first business, and I've had that for 11 years now. I've got the Dance Mob, which is my dance agency, and I've always been a dancer, I'm a choreographer, so always what I love, passionate about it, love it. I have Show Fashion, which is my newest venture. It's a show, do a lot of fashion shows, presenting, styling, organising them for big sort of corporate clients. We've got the Singing Mob, so it's the newest one as well. We've got singers at work doing flash mobs. And then I've got Studio, which is my dance and fitness studio, so obviously everyone knows from my business plan on The Apprentice.
So they all keep you busy. Do you have to have a lot of PAs to keep up with all these businesses?
I've got my fabulous gay in the office, my PA in the office, Drew, and Rachel. They sort of organise my diaries and tell me what I'm doing and where I'm meant to be.
So obviously you're well known for being on The Apprentice.
Yes.
Well, do you want to tell us a little bit about that experience?
So I applied to be on The Apprentice I was watching the Olympic ceremony, a bottle of rosé wine, and thought, well, this would be a good idea. I'm sure I could go and do that. When I applied for it, I never thought in a million years ever I'd ever get on it. It was just literally on a whim, never even watched the programme. Went to Manchester, is where I auditioned actually, and yeah, got through the first processes quite easily actually. I think I was so blasé and I had no prerequisite of what it was or any idea about it, and for that reason I think it was just, I kind of got through because I was so honest about the facts. I didn't really know what was going on around me. The process was long and hard, and I think other people underestimate how much you have to really dig deep into your own personality to know who you are, to sort of see it through, because it's very easy to get swayed.
And what type of character is Alan Sugar when the cameras are on?
Honestly, we don't really see Lord Sugar very often. We see him when he gives us tasks and in the boardroom. So when you see him with us is when we see him, and that's it. There's no off-screen banter, there's no fun and giggles with him. He really is like your headmaster that you're petrified of seeing. He's got a real business aura about him that you don't really mess with. So, but in a very respectful way as well, and he can be very honest with you in good ways as well as bad.
And what do you think of Karen Brady as a strong businesswoman? What's she like?
Oh, Karen's fabulous. She's very straight talking. She's always very glamorous. She's nice. She's just got an integrity about her that you know, she's quite steely-eyed and quite stern. Nick was the joker. Karen was like the serious one. But no, she's a strong independent woman, which is a great role model for people.
And how hard do you think it is for women nowadays to balance career and family life as well, especially if they have children?
I think it's really hard. I think a lot of women, you have to make a decision, they do one or the other, and then the people that try to juggle it, something always suffers. They're either going to get, you know, told, oh, you don't spend enough time with your children, or you know, you're working too hard, you're not at home, or they'll get, you know, the other way around. And I think it's very difficult for them. And then for those of us like myself who, you know, have made a decision to sort of plough forward my career, to not have had any children by now, people think that there's something wrong with you. You know, I love my business and I love my work, so it doesn't need to mean that I have to have children. You know, it's not a detrimental thing. I think it's tough, but women are used to multitasking. That's why we're good in business.
And what 3 bits of advice could you give to other women who maybe want to start off their own businesses?
Be passionate about what you do. Be prepared to put 120% in, 28 hours a day into it. And you need to go at 120 miles an hour, because if you don't hit it hard and you don't do it with everything, it'll never work. You have to fully commit.
And what's coming up next for you then?
Oh, I don't know. Might start another new business this year. I don't know. The studios are going really well. They're really, really busy. So I think I'm going to open a second studio, which is funny because obviously they didn't invest in it, but I'll be on my second venture now. Probably bring it to Manchester next. And then we've got a lot of international bookings in, fashion shows, and I've got a lot of presenting work happening.
So you've obviously been in business quite a while. Do you think attitudes towards women in business have changed over that time?
Definitely. I think women are taken much more seriously now. I know when I first started my first business, it was very much, oh, she's 23, she's a woman. No one really listened to you properly, and I had to you had to prove so much more that you knew what you were talking about and you were good at what you did. But now it's people, you don't have to fight as hard to prove how good you are at something. You can just say, I'm a woman, I'm in business. It doesn't matter if you're male or female, I don't think. As long as you're good at what you do, you're taken seriously. But I think that has moved on. That definitely in the last 10 years, I've seen a change in people's attitude.
And when you're dealing with men in business, what are their attitudes like towards you?
I think men in business towards me are varied. They see, big blonde hair, used to be a dancer, and they kind of go, oh, ha, ha, ha. And then they get slammed in the boardroom or in the interview room when if they say something and I don't either agree with it or I know they don't know what they're talking about. Then you get the others who are just, they're respectful, they're normal. They just take you as face value. You're in business, they need your help. That's why they've come to you. So I think it very much depends on the attitude of where they've come from and the age group of them, really.
And what about women in business, fellow females in business? Is there ever any rivalry or...?
I think women in business are funny. You get your girls who they like dealing with other women. They like it's very Sex in the City. They like that camaraderie of like we're women, we're in business. Let's be friendly. Let's be nice to each other. And then you get the ones that sometimes are a bit like they're a man's woman and they don't like the competition. You just need to find the way around with them. I'm lucky because I don't think I come across as a threat to women. I get on with women very well, so that's fine. But I think women need to be a bit more supportive with each other because it's not a competition. We're all in it together. And yeah, if they all got on, we'd all be okay.
Cool.